Welcome to Super-Hero Pow. I'm your host nerd, Tom Fremgen. Well, if you haven't learned by now, the Superfriends was a major element in my childhood. That was the first show I really lived for, and it introduced me to the concept of superheroes. And later on, it got me to read comic books. I seem to be a bit odd in that respect compared to my peers. I didn't read comic books as a kid. Why would I? I had a TV. I watched cartoons. So I didn't start reading comic books until junior high school. So until I discovered the Justice League of America properly, I was all about the Super Friends. And I'll let you in on a dirty little secret about the Super Friends. It wasn't a superhero show. It just had superheroes in it. Okay, context time. Since the beginning of television, Saturday morning programming has been for kids. That is until cable TV stole all the children away. Originally, the three networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC, would broadcast old cartoons or cheap live-action kid shows. A few first-run shows did appear, but things started to really change in the fall of 1965 with shows like The Beatles and Adam Ant. In 1966, things went into overdrive with superhero shows becoming a popular phenomenon, starting with the likes of Superman and Space Ghost. Then, just as quickly, all the superhero cartoons were off the air by 1969, thanks mainly to the overly concerned parents of the day. Luckily for the networks, they discovered another bonfire genre to exploit into the ground on Saturday mornings: mystery adventure shows, kicked off by the huge success of Scooby-Doo. Based on the concept of Scooby-Doo, you have three elements to a mystery adventure cartoon. 1, a mystery. 2, teenagers. And 3, a wild card. With Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo himself was the wild card. Then Josie and the Pussycats were a pop band, the Funky Phantom had a ghost, Charlie Chan had, Charlie himself, 10 kids, a pop band, and a transforming car. Then there was Goober and the Ghost Chasers, Inch High the Private Eye, and the Super Friends, where the wild card was superheroes. Now I'm sure most of you are crying BS. The Super Friends was a superhero show. Was it? In its first season, totaling 16-hour episodes, there was only one supervillain and then only one real criminal. The rest of the 14 episodes featured misguided scientists and aliens, none of whom ever went to jail. Yeah, well, Scooby-Doo was funny, you retort. Well, Wendy, Marvin, and Wonder Dog were played for laughs too. And speaking of the main characters, sure, the sizzle was on Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Aquaman, but Marvin, Wendy, and Wonder Dog were the main characters. The hell you say? The hell I say. That's the Super Friends' dirty little secret. The superheroes were not the main characters. The teenagers were. Prove it, you say. Glad you asked. Or, this would be a rather short video. Okay, now watch the opening introductions. Who gets more screen time? Superman? Wonder Woman? Nope, the kids. As they get their own introduction sequence, and then they basically steal Batman and Robin's too. And in each episode, do we follow the heroes to solve the mystery? Nope, we follow the kids. And in all but one episode, the kids discover the antagonist, because there wasn't really a villain, and their plans before the heroes do. Is your mind blown yet? If anything, this proves how scared of superhero action the networks were back in the early 70s. With the Super Friends, they hoped to have their cake and eat it too. They developed a superhero show that wasn't a superhero show. It was more like Scooby-Doo than Superman, even though Superman was in it. So nothing to see here, parents. Just your kids watching dull milquetoast cartoons. Hey kids, Superman is in this. Batman too. So nothing to get excited about. Just go back to your knitting. Or more likely, getting busy while your kids are watching TV in the other room. Now on some level, we kids were wise to this, and the Super Friends wasn't a big hit. Although it coasted on reruns for 3 more seasons, which is still pretty good money for the animation studio Hanna-Barbera. Then in 1977, ABC decided to order more episodes, allowing Hanna-Barbera to retool the show into a more proper superhero show, with the all-new Super Friends Hour. The teenagers were still there, with the Wonder Twins, but aside from their own segments, they were not the drivers of the show that Wendy and Marvin were. And surely because of that retooling, the Super Friends became a big hit, as ABC ordered new episodes for the next 6 seasons. Insider note, most kids are happy to sit and watch reruns, so if a network is buying new episodes, that show is a hit. Anyway, now you have a new way to annoy people at parties. Or let's be honest, D&D sessions. Ask them who the main characters of the Super Friends were, and then blow their minds. Now, thanks so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe so I can annoy you with more pointless facts sometime soon.